Oh, Final Fantasy 11 Online, that's a weird one. Like before online games were really a thing in my mind. And suddenly it was like, oh, the next Final Fantasy, it's not regular game, you gotta be online. And I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm. It felt like some kind of betrayal for some reason.
It also seems a little disingenuous to call it Final Fantasy 11 when it's like a spin-off, kind of, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. If they had called it, Final Fantasy The Other World or something,
Yeah, or
I would have
just
been like,
online.
okay.
Let's call it Final
Yeah.
Fantasy Online. Why do you have to like use up the 11 number for that?
Totally.
But yeah, Jakazam versus VitorAL. Avatar-wise, we have Jakazam's Final Fantasy XIV online character, Realm Reborn, 14.5. And then we have VitorAL, talked about, is the alternative version of the fishing minigame in Rhythm Heaven Fever for the Wii. Win rate, pretty uneven for such a late match. This is a loser's 8 match. We are 2 wins away from a top 8 like appearance spot. And Jakazam has 60%, while VitorAL before MT17 33% rate, 33% win rate. But if we look at
the number has gone up now.
Yeah, exactly. So we gotta add 4 and 1. Wait, I didn't remember. What was it? 1, 2. All right. So it's actually 50% right now.
It's 5-3.
Oh yeah, I'm stupid. In my head, yeah. See, I should have believed you when you said no math on.
Yeah.
Okay, so 5.
It's that's how it goes.
So
you just don't do it, man.
No, hold on. So 5 out of 8. That's 60%. Wait, no, is it?
Nice.
Who knows?
It's everyone is 12.5, I think, when you're dealing with 8s, because you're dealing with halves of quarters, which is 25.
Yeah. So 5 times 12.5 is 60.
Yeah, you did
it. Yes. Woo!
That's a pretty good win rate.
That is a good win rate, but Jakazam's win rate has improved as well.
Yeah, which probably puts them pretty darn close.
Mm.
By this one metric, which is kind of, I don't know, like at the end of the day, it all comes down to what you're familiar with and what the players each individually know. They have their game, and Maurice, it doesn't sound like it's going to be a thrilling sort of race. If you are an enjoyer of quiet shapes, you will love what we got coming up, I think.
It is an MT14 backup, I believe. Maybe 50 times. And yeah, it's very zen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also
so we can see the games that the players have played to get here. We talked about Jakazam recently because she just defeated Jal in a very close race of Projection Remains down at the bottom.
Oh yeah, that was cool. That was also a puzzle game, but it wasn't as, I don't want to say boring, relaxing. The upcoming game will probably be. What else have they played? Cross the Ridge, Initial D-like, Action Fist, Pro Fist-like. Wait, Pro Force. Choo Choo Minder was also a very zen-like puzzle game. Trains, I like trains. And Ultra Kill was not at all zen-like.
Yeah, so 1325 went crazy in that very fast-paced first-person shooter. Simple look at graphics and everything. VitorAL defeated Cine in a Cooler World clone called Screwball, was the victor of a legendary race of Duck Maze for the NES. Nail and Scale on the Game Boy was a platformer where you make your own platforms. lost to Draconic Dawn, who is currently sitting in a top 8 deciding match, I think, in the losers bracket. In Pack and Roll Remix, which is a new Pac-Man. Well, new. It was for the Wii, so it's like 15 years old or whatever. But they brought Pac-Man back in 3D, essentially.
Damn. I think of next.
And then just recently, very recently, knocked out El Cheese Boy from the tournament to advance to this match. In a game that I think
Gimmick.
we commentated, maybe even
Gimmick.
right.
I looked it up. I couldn't. I couldn't remember it either. But I'm so bad at this. Like we talked an hour about these racers and the race, and then it's all gone the next day.
Yeah, my brain is filled with yesterday. That's it. It goes that far back. That's it.
Alright, so we have a game submitted by Piper. And it's called Zengrams. See? I said it was gonna be very zen.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Big reference.
You.
Name.
The longer I look at it, the more I see the N and the G kind of bleed together. Zengrams.
Rams?
Zengrams. I'm guessing this is a Tangrams game.
Oh, did you not see this? I saw this race. I think I played
You
it actually.
raced this race.
Yeah.
You
Someone
won this
said-
race by a lot of minutes.
Really? That's good.
You were at 25, and you kind of set the bar real low. And then behind you was people all around, 27 to 30 minutes. Piper, for some reason, took 2.5 hours. He finished the whole game. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, this is not the game I was expecting. I was expecting a game where you like twist shapes. TBC remembers that game because it didn't run on his computer.
Oh, yeah. I remember getting absolutely bodied in that game.
Yeah, but no,
Just flipping
so
shapes around.
this is a different game. In this game, but I also remember this, so everything's fine. In this game, you can move the shape, and then every region that is the same color will act like one thing. So right now you could see VitorAL direct these triangles together, and that means that if you move them again, they move as one.
So
move
the
this
turtle
here.
needs to get overlap, then move together.
Yeah. At the bottom of the screen, you see the moves you have. So, for example, Jakazam has 4 moves to solve this puzzle. And that's a hard limit. If you fail. Oh, this one's easy. But it's
Does
also
this
kind
work?
of a clue, right? Yeah, it just
Oh, it
works.
does work. Okay.
You gotta fill the whole shape. It doesn't matter what the colors inside the shape. So.
Right. I was like, it's gonna overlap, but like that's just gonna fill in a different color. It's fine.
So this one, yeah, Jakazam has the right idea. Just move these things out of the way. And then you can move them back in. The heart.
You went quick on this one, and it looks like Jakazam is also going pretty quick. I see room for 4 triangles, and I see we have 4 triangles and 4 moves. So I think you kind of just put them down.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good thought. This kind of game. VitorAL, same thing. 4 shapes and 4 moves. You could do what he's doing right now, I guess. Which is a good thought, but I think in this case it's wasted effort.
Yeah, is really trying to be very particular about this. Any overlap here
This will
is
not
death.
Oh yeah, that's true, yeah. VitorAL overlapped 1 corner and now has 1 missing.
So I think you need to shear these pink squares in some way for Jakazam. Because they're just not gonna... You can put one in the very middle and that's it, right?
Does the square start in the middle? Oh, that's a good
Well,
thought. It won't work
yeah,
now because you're
something-
gonna cut the... Oh, this is good, right?
If you could just trade the pinks or something.
I think you put them like in the bottom. Yeah, exactly there. Yeah.
Ooh.
VitorAL
All
is
of the
so stuck.
solutions in this game seem to be pretty elegant. Like they're just very efficient and pretty, and so like I
Oh,
think just doing moves that seem like someone planned for it to just solve this way, like if you're completely stuck, you at least have some options that way.
oh Jakazam is living with this game.
In a
Instantly
way, the VitorAL
recognizing.
is not.
Yeah. Oh, VitorAL. What level is this? Like 6 or 7?
It might be like 4. It's the second like real level after they stop tutorializing the moves for you.
It's so easy too. You just move the corners that are already all like inside the shape, kind of. You just move them inside where they already are, and then these two just go in the middle, left and right.
Yeah. You just put the only shape that fits from there on again and again and again. And
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
go. On to 16 now. The goal is to beat level 35.
The game does get a little tricky. Like, you know, order of operations is very important in this game.
Yeah.
Look at that. Jakazam not falling. Like, there was this level where 2 squares were outside of the goal area, and you only had 2 moves to move them in, but you wouldn't be able to do it. Jakazam immediately recognized, okay, I gotta combine them outside the area and then drag the big shape in.
You can see here you need to overlap pink with blue to create the proper shape. But like, what you only had 2 moves there, right? So like, what are you going to do to get all of these shapes out of the way and then where they need to be?
Yeah.
This looks like a good start. Oh, none of these are in the right spot. Oh, no, the pink one is in the right spot. Ooh.
Jakazam is flying. What was my time? 21? A little scared.
2025.
It's even worse. That's a good start. Because now you have like... Oh, look at that!
Yeah, if you ever have any kind of symmetry, sort of keeping the symmetry going.
Also like...
Whenever your solution, like the thing you're heading towards is also symmetric. Wait, isn't that true? Isn't it?
Look at that!
No, maybe it's not always true. I was wondering if I could hit you with some kind of big idea where, like, if your given clues are symmetric and your solution is symmetric, do all of your moves need to also be symmetric? Because whatever logic you're using to do one move, you should do the other side as well. But the way that pieces kind of shear off, I don't think that's
if you
true.
combine them.
Mhm.
A
Look at this.
Jakazam! What the
He's just seeing the moves. 22? This is gonna be like below 15 minutes at this pace for Jakazam, and then it's gonna be like I don't know how long for VitorAL because we're not seeing any solves anymore.
oh, this goes to the right, and then the top one will shear off color change. And that just goes back to the left.
Wow.
Oh, VitorAL has it.
Oh my goodness.
7 to 23.
Yeah, that's wild.
Is race already over? Huh? We're moving now.
You gotta shear these triangles down so much.
Yeah, you have 4 moves, which is quite a lot. Guys, what? Oh, that's already it.
Oh my god.
I really hope this game gets harder.
4 moves. You gotta clip off all of the corners on these guys. I mean, I like.
One probably, yeah, like that. That's like the start I would do. Then that doesn't work.
Almost.
Now you don't have enough shapes.
I can see 2 moves that create the correct shape, but not in the right position. She started by moving on top of the cross. I feel like you want to start with
Like this?
shapes. Yeah, something like this.
Oh my god.
There it is.
I like the solution. Nice and symmetrical.
Mm-hmm. So VitorAL's on this level that I thought was pretty hard. It's created a perfect diamond in the middle, but no ears. You gotta put ears on that fox.
That's a fox?
It's a fennec. It's a mouse. It's a dog.
I thought
it's a
it was
wolf.
just a...
It's
It's just a cat, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, you gotta create a disjointed shape here.
And this the start? Yeah, this is the start. So kind of awkward.
Super awkward.
This is already lost. Because now Jakazam only has 3 squares like left. outside of the middle. You need 4.
Yeah.
This 4, but it seems ugly, you know? Oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. You can do destroys.
Oh yeah. You fill the other corner with the other shape.
no.
Nope. Down one and right one.
Jakazam was so good so far at seeing these things. But this time not so much. Should have seen that. Yeah, this just you can do this twice.
Oh yeah. It makes sense to fill in the corners of the middle square to create a full square. That can be an idea you can come up with to make you head in the right direction.
Jakazam had the solution, but then backed away from it.
So VitorAL's got this with 2 extra moves. But that's not going to be enough. Yeah, moves it a little bit and then sees how it lines up with the other pinks and is like, no way.
No thanks. 4 moves? I don't think so. It's a pretty tricky solution to put the squares down there.
Uh-huh. Well, it seems Jakazam is mortal.
Huh?
Oh,
finally.
When the moves come in fast, you know they've seen something.
26, 10 levels left for Jakazam, and VitorAL is not even on 10. This is a funky shape. And only 3 moves.
You need to avoid a lot of overlaps. Wow.
Wow.
I was about to just say, I think you can overlap like maybe twice or something. I was going to start counting and then it was over.
I think this one's tricky. With 5 moves, 3 shapes, and we gotta really separate things.
You just overlap a bunch?
Oh, it's not tricky at all.
You just have so many moves that you can just do all the overlaps you need.
I mean, that's probably good because it's probably not solvable.
Yeah. These shapes are the wrong way around or something.
They're also too
What are we
big.
doing with this? If you just put that there and then you put the other one...
Middle?
Yeah. Aren't you like good immediately? Oh no, you need to shear it. So you shear it off like that.
Uh-huh.
That's what your extra moves are for.
I think that's too much though.
Do you shear the others? Do you shear half of it, then the rest of it?
It's hard to visualize. It's really one of those games where being able to try things out helps a lot.
I think I think you shear the top. You do want to overlay it where it is right now, the blue.
Oh, wait, that was
okay.
That was one faster than the boost it gave you.
Got some genius stuff going on.
Jakazam has broken the game.
This is very annoying looking. None of this lines up even a little bit.
Mostly the teal stuff that's fine.
Oh yeah, because it's. I was like, can't you just pack everything inside the parallelogram and it'll be fine? And then I realized the teal is sticking out in horrible ways all over the place. Oh, Noob Sad didn't join this race. This is definitely a Pwn Noob game.
I don't know.
It's
I don't like the
join.
move that Jakazam made.
Yeah, I mean, the teals are the problem. They need to be addressed in some way. So if your solution is to just grab the shape that fits and put it in, you're kind of ignoring the greater problem, I think.
But so on the other, so something's wrong with VitorAL. On the other side, VitorAL just. Oh. Well, nice splice, Jakazam. Oh, stream dice and suddenly it's solved.
Overlays the square. Yeah, doesn't that work?
I like overlaying the square.
You overlay the square, then you grab the top or the bottom one's off screen at that point. So you probably want to grab that one and bring it on screen.
You can't.
Oh.
So that's a problem.
They will stick together.
I think you could. The problem is you only have 5 moves. I don't like this. I don't like this either. I dislike this even.
There's been about 4 times where Jakazam's done something where I'm like, well, that ain't it. And then the solution was like a second later.
Oh, VitorAL.
Oh. Mm,
No.
oh.
Oh.
If only VitorAL could hear our non-verbal grunts. It's placed.
Do you have this game that you play at like kids' birthday parties where you give a kid the spoon and there's like a pot in the room and they like bump the spoon everywhere and try to find the pot and people go hot, colder. Kind of like piñata, really.
We have the concept of hot and cold, but the spoon and pot don't really.
Okay.
That's not a thing.
Called pot.
But yeah.
Pot hitting. But really, it's like a piñata.
Yeah, I mean, someone will like hide something in the room, and when you get close to it, they'll.
Yeah, in German you use a spoon.
Colder, hot, burning hot.
And then like you're trying, like I don't know, they're like on the wrong side of the sofa or something. You're like, you're so hot. But
Glacial, Antarctic.
I can't even tell you how close you are. Wait, Jakazam is this the one that she's blessed? I forgot already.
No, this is the one she's been on.
Okay.
With our bad ideas of trying to move shapes into illegal places.
I like moving one of the shapes like that. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. This is not enough. Oh, this is enough. Wow.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's not. Come on, Jakazam.
Oh no.
That's not a beautiful solution. I would go back
Man.
and do the level properly.
It does make sense though that you probably there probably will be an elegant solution that will end with both shapes overlapped, perfectly filling the space. That was close. That was really close for just a couple moves.
Wait, if you just move it in the corner, this is just free. This is already solved. No, stop. Just move the triangle next to the other triangle. No?
Well.
Or did she only have one?
4 moves total. I miss how she even got into that state.
Yeah.
There's no way these parallelograms are going to be.
Yeah, no, I hate this.
Don't you just want to do that same move, but on the other... Oh, because the triangles stick. Like, what you want to do is chop off, use the top left triangle to go to the bottom right, and chop that off.
No, this works,
this works. The other...
Move this one top left, not in the middle, top left. And then you have another square in the top left. It will be separate from everything
and it's
else.
Protected.
Yeah. Then you can... Like more top left. See, that in the middle doesn't work because they combine in a weird way like that.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes in a puzzle, you are very close to the solution, and you just need to find one little tweak you can make. And this is that case, right? That tweak exists, and Jakazam missed it. But sometimes when you're a little bit close, TPC loves to say you're not close at all.
Yeah.
The puzzle has been designed in a way to sort of tease you with this easy thing that doesn't actually work. So sometimes it's hard to say, basically, whether you should spend a lot of time looking for the final tweak to solve it from the position you're in, or if you need to go completely back to the drawing board. And it looks like that's what Jakazam has done.
VitorAL... This is not a VitorAL game. At all.
No.
It has only solved like, what is it, 7, 8 levels? Something like that. Look at the shapes VitorAL is making. This is a Dali at this point.
Yeah, I love that we're still seeing new ideas from VitorAL. I would have gotten stuck and frustrated by this point. I would not be able to generate so many new ideas. But these are all just completely wrong. I do like when you are stuck, putting moves on the board that you know are wrong, I find will help kind of shake things loose a little bit. Is this the one you got destroyed in? You didn't race this one. Maybe you tested it.
It's a dirigible got destroyed in testing.
I mean, sometimes you test one and you have some feeling about how you did while testing it, and whether it was good or bad, and you get curious, so you look at how the racers did when they play.
So Jakazam discovered pretty early that the solutions, like you said, they are elegant. Oh, look at that! It's
Look
just
at that.
suddenly solved. It wasn't even anything like the one that we saw.
I didn't even see the key move.
Oh, look at this.
I want to move one of
Fix
these
moves.
triangles. I would have nestled it into the middle of the shape. That's probably...
Five more,
Oh,
five more
if you-
is...
If you just transpose all this stuff over,
Oh, what the hell?
that's enough moves.
This is... Okay.
Understanding the power of having 6 moves.
Moving that way.
It's going to fuse those.
Oh my god.
Move and fuse.
Jakazam is destroying this game.
It can be helpful when you have like an even or uneven number of moves. Like that puzzle, you had 1 move to set it up, and then 2 moves for each side, sort of thing. So if you think about it that way, and you realize, oh, well, I can just shuffle this and then complete the square afterwards, you can kind of already know that you can finish it on the other side with 2 moves.
Oh, I remember this. You put the square below the triangle. You put the axis-aligned square below the diamond square.
Yeah, clipping off the, snipper clippings the top of the shape, the top of the square makes it nice. Whereas if you want to fit the square on the bottom, you need to clip like 2 corners of it. How do you get rid of that hat?
So you put the diamond in the bottom, and then the square below the diamond. And then
The remaining piece is like in the good.
the remaining
good
piece
place.
has the ears of the fox. See, this is a fox. I don't know, like there's some imagery here going on, like iconography. I think that's
It's a little
the term.
more sleek.
like it's
yeah,
longer.
iconography.
I don't know. For some reason, it looks more like a fox than what's on VitorAL.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh.
whoa! What?
VitorAL with.
What is that
the-
solution?
I don't know. That cat's wearing a beanie.
Here's this level that
Found it.
Here's this level that I saw Jakazam immediately recognizing the trap, which is if you drop it like this, it's not gonna work. You have to
Uh-huh.
drop one of them like further to create this box shape first.
Yeah, that's a tutorial on that concept, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the game did definitely tutorialize it earlier, but now the training wheels are off, and it's like, no, you got to come up with that thought on your own.
VitorAL has like input problems now.
Yeah,
Oh, Jakazam. So she drops this square at the bottom, yes, and then
there it is.
the ears go on top. Last level.
The ears go on top. Maurice, your test time or your
My
race
test
time is safe now.
Wait, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
2025.
Oh, I thought you said 25 minutes, and I was all worried for nothing.
Nope, you did it. But Jakazam's going to be right behind you and way ahead of Some Girl, Chaos Defrost, Moonwear, Zenic Reverie, Hectate,
Big race. Oh, that's it?
FFAO,
Wow.
Aeropotter, Mr. Zimbu. There it is. The man is complete.
Oh my god.
A blazing fast time from Jakazam.
I mean, I feel bad calling it blazing fast now that I know it faster, but that was crazy. Just so many puzzles solved first try sight read with no no problem at all.
Some of those early ones, sure, but like some of the later ones, seriously impressive. Chivitoral's got these 2 pieces joined in an awkward way, and I don't think he even realizes that's the case yet.
Jakazam recognized pretty early that a lot of the solutions kind of fall into place in like an obvious way. So like in this one, you can just make these shapes outside of the box. Yeah, like this. Just make 2 of these and then put them next to each other.
All right, we've got Jakazam here. Hello.
Hello.
You did fantastic. There was like one big race of this, and barring the example of Maurice way out in front, you smashed everyone else. in this race with this
of
time.
course, Maurice won again.
By just 1 minute.
I'm gonna blame that on my mom came in the room and was looking for a board game and distracted me for about a minute, so I probably would have beat Maurice then.
That is a Maurice tier excuse. Well done. Yeah, you did great. Did you? We were talking about. It seemed like you had picked up on the puzzle solutions have a sort of elegance to them in the end, and so like if there's a move that just kind of looks pleasing or something, like that's something you should turn your attention towards. Did you find anything like that?
Yeah, like trying to make shapes that made sense, things like that. The one level that I got stuck on for a while, I was stuck actually because one of them was because I didn't see the square in the middle. So I thought I had to get 2 rectangles on either side and struggled for a while trying to figure out how to do that until I moved the center thing out of the way. I was like, oh, I need a square here in the middle. I'm good.
Yeah,
So
that was
that
one
tripped me
where
up a bit.
we had seen the solution. There was not many times we had fully seen the solution that you hadn't seen, because that's just how fast you were going. But that was one where you were one move away from doing it, and we were like, "Oh, she's got it! Look at that!" And then it didn't happen, and then there was like a reset, and we were like, "Hmm." Shoot.
Yeah, I was trying to solve the wrong puzzle was the problem there,
Makes sense.
and it didn't work. But
No,
yeah,
it gets a lot harder
was
when you do that.
a lot of trying to, like, if there's a certain shape you need to obviously try to merge things together so that you're getting these clean shapes and not like a little cutout in the middle of something.
Mm-hmm. Did you find yourself whenever, I mean, the game frequently has symmetric things going on. Did you find yourself kind of dividing levels in half in some way, or like sort of keeping in mind that like I can do something on this side and then do the same thing on the other side?
Yeah, I was definitely doing a lot of that where it's like, okay, if I do this here, then I could just do the same thing here, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm. And then
It's the ones where they give you an odd number of moves where it's sometimes weird.
Yeah, there's like one preparatory move in the middle sometimes, or sometimes like the one you're on right now. I think it seems to involve a lot of shearing shapes off.
Yeah, not sure how to approach this one. Thankfully, I don't have to.
It's a good stopping point, I guess. I didn't ask you, did you enjoy the game?
Oh, yeah. No, I love this kind of stuff. I like spatial puzzles a lot. So, I very much enjoyed this. Yeah, another problem I was running into was just the spatial, like the restrictions on it. How you can't move outside of the confines of the puzzle. So it's like, oh, I want to shear this off right now, but I can't shear it off up here because I'm off the board.
Yeah, I was just seeing, like, I think if you move that bottom triangle so it nestles in with the right pointy bit, that would be good, but it goes off the top of the screen, I guess.
Yeah, so you kind of have to, like, shift things around in such a way that you can kind of do what you need to do as far as shearing it off while still keeping it on the board. Then there were times like this where it's like, oh, I put something where I want it to go, and then it's like, oh wait, I accidentally merged some colors together, and now I have this weird shape that I don't want.
That's absolutely, definitely, certainly wrong.
Definitely a fun game, though.
Well, that's good. You are moving on to face the Gons, and one of you two is going to make top 8 for the first time.
Nice. I'm excited.
Yeah, you should be. I'm excited. And your opponent might be Shrambles, might be Lightning, or it might be whoever loses between Adam Numbers and Andy and 4H once you get to top 8. You know, assuming you just continue on, no problem.
Yeah. Assuming I can do that. I don't want to assume anything, though. There's everybody's like I'm not gonna think of anyone as a easy win or anything at any point in this. Anyone can pull a game that they're just a god at.
Yeah,
So.
that became true like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I think at that point everyone left was very, very good. wow, congratulations once again on making it this far, and thank you so much for racing and for coming out and talk to us.
Yeah, thanks for streaming it.
We got 17 minutes until the weekly blind. This is our community race where we all get together and we blind race a video game. It's going to be, what is this game called?
The game is called Jesse Jaeger in Cleopatra's Curse.
So I don't know what that is, so I'm curious to find out. If you're curious to find out, you should stick around.
Looking at the screenshots, it's kind of like an adventure kind of game.
Oh. You can blind race longer stuff in the weekly blind. You don't gotta be so stringent, so. Also, it doesn't need to be like a super fair race, you know? Like you you can take some liberties that way.
VitorAL has this weird sword shape.
Yeah, it's having a lot of trouble thinning out these triangles appropriately.
Oh, that was easy for Jakazam.
Oh, there it is. And it forms like a stair.
Yeah,
shape,
that's what
like
I
a
was
3D
thinking.
Stair.
Yeah, it's like a ribbon, like Adobe Photoshop, whatever. They had this as their like design at some point.
Oh man! Suddenly I looked away and then I looked back and the stair was going the other way. So the weekly blind, the developer, Dark Kobold, a member of the speedrun and task community. I happen to know, assuming it's the same Dark Kobold, will be joining on commentary even. So you should definitely stick around. I think the channel will go down while we switch restreamers.
Yeah, we will be switching restreamers, but I mean we're gonna stall until.
Yeah.
Look at this weird
It'll just
shape.
be That is evil. What is going on? Wow.
It's like
Okay, what animal is this that
deer.
has ears like that?
the deer.
I don't know.
It's like
The antlers are kind of melding into the side of the face.
Well, there's limitations to technology.
We haven't figured out the proper shapes to correctly.
We only have so many polygons to work with.
And yet, somehow this shape doesn't seem awful.
Um,
It's pretty bad though.
I think the start needs to be like this is one of those puzzles where something at the start that just looks very correct. Oh, never mind. We're done with the game.
We're not gonna see what animal it is. That one just got like all jagged, and Jakazam was like, "This isn't fun anymore.
Yeah,
What is this thing?"
I'm done with this game. I mean, that's probably how I went. You know what the goal for the weekly blind is? Because this looks huge. The Kickstarter page. 480 rooms to explore. That sounds
I
like
don't
too
know.
many.
I don't even know what kind of the goal time is that we're aiming for in a weekly blind.
Usually it's
do
like
we want
2 to 4
a
hours.
2 hour? So VitorAL had the right idea, but needed to moved the middle onto one of the corners and needed to move one of the corners onto the middle, sort of thing.
We're playing the demo.
I remember I was looking into speedrun stuff in Shining Force 2, and I couldn't understand how the random number generator worked for giving you stat points on level up. There's the corner onto the middle move I was talking about. And so I messaged Dark Kobold on task videos or something on like or maybe a forum thread. I can't remember. But I was like I've been doing this. I think I should be able to gain 2 strength, but I've been at it for like 15 minutes and I can't get it on a level up. Am I doing it wrong? Turned out I just got unlucky, but it was. I just remember being happy to have a fast, clean response. And I just remember being so impressed with Dark Kobold's speedrun. Tool-assisted speedrun of Shining Force 2. Like, kind of was one of the first sort of bot-assisted tool-assisted runs where it would, like, brute force search RNG stuff. So I'm pretty interested in any sort of game they've made.
Oh, VitorAL, come on.
Kind of person... Oh,
What?
no.
You've only
It's
used
the
the
same
left
move.
half of the puzzle. Just do the same
It's
thing.
the same move.
There we go.
I do kind of like hovering the piece over different possibilities. Like when it was hovering over the right spot, it just immediately was, you could just see like this is it. So taking a piece and sliding it around. Yeah. VitorAL's doing a lot of this now. Ends up there, which is not good, but the starting move was all probably not good.
You get this music in video game music, Chris. What game is this?
This is tricky. Some Mario songs get reused in all
Yeah,
kinds of video
like
games.
obviously this is what
Sunshine.
Overworld on one whatever. But like, who knows? Is it New Super Mario Brothers? Is it Super Smash Brothers? Is it like, who knows? Is it DDR Mario?
Oh no, VitorAL slid the crown jewel slightly out of phase. There it goes.
So I can. Oh my! I looked at what this song is. It's Fortune Street. Of all the
Brilliant.
games this could be from. Fortune Street.
VitorAL needs to be careful. Yep, there it is. Is really moving now. Like how stuck VitorAL got on some of those early puzzles.
Yeah, 2 levels at the start, which didn't really seem all that difficult. And suddenly we
Yeah.
have these puzzles that are actually kind of difficult.
Oh yeah, this one I was talking about. I think if you move this down and to the left by 1, you end up in a good place.
Oh.
But that was not at all what Jakazam did.
Jakazam sometimes did really weird things and then they worked out, and I have no idea how.
Well, this is an interesting thought.
1, 2, 3. It doesn't have enough moves to move all the pieces. No, cannot overlap anything at this point. Run out of pick.
Yeah.
You're only allowed to lose like 4 small squares.
It's like trying to figure out how to copy and paste.
I don't like that as a move.
No.
But they kind of start symmetrical, right? Wait,
I think so.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, this
That's
is-
what Jakazam did.
Yeah, this is also the solution that uses 1 move less than you got.
Nicely done.
This seems like an obvious move to start with, but then you have these super.
I missed how this one actually came together. This is one where I was like, this is hard. It'll be a while before we see the solution. And I checked in on VitorAL, and then I came back and it was over.
Isn't this the one where Jakazam spliced the?
Oh. Maybe. Maybe it was this one. Where she cheated and we all just let her.
Yeah.
Alright, well maybe VitorAL's going to show us how this is actually done. That's almost going to work because everything's going to...
Because I'm watching the stream right now, super confused what we've been talking about. Oh, this is good.
Yeah,
just
sorry.
move it to the right. No. Oh, it doesn't. It's missing 1 move.
Oh. I wonder if there was one thing you can clean up somewhere in there.
Yeah. Like the idea is good, right? Like you fill the shape in the middle first. 1, 2.
So yeah, at one point your stream went down, and when it came back, you were done with this level. That's all we're saying.
Yes, not suspicious at all.
I forgot to jump back and just clarify that for you before you got all.
Funny.
Imagine if we just conducted a totally normal interview after she won, and then after she left, went, well, she definitely cheated, disqualified.
This FF8? Ah, no, what? How is this not Final Fantasy VIII?
Hold on. Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, this is obviously a remix of Final Fantasy VIII Battle Theme, whatever, right? Ooh.
Is it the 8 battle theme?
But yeah, this is Final Fantasy XIV. Shadowbringers. What is that? Is that the bad version of Final Fantasy XIV?
I don't know. It's one of the expansions.
VitorAL? No. Wait, yes? Oh yes, this works.
Just cram it all in there.
Okay. This didn't seem very elegant compared to most of the other solutions we've seen.
That's a very pretty shape, but there's no way it's right.
Yeah, no, you're splitting this thing up so much. Look at the piece we've just grabbed.
I mean, the last puzzle
Wait,
was
this is
literally just
working.
cramming stuff.
Oh, no,
my
it's
God.
not. Okay.
Almost. Almost. What if those other pieces that VitorAL
Yeah,
had...
they were like top left instead, but then do we have enough pieces to fill the right side? The issue, I think. This is how Jakazam solved it, by moving them like horizontally halfway into each other and then vertical straight.
Man, there's a reason I turned the rainwave down when we're commentating. So now we have a new race here. It's VitorAL versus the 4 o'clock
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
countdown.
I'm a little sad if we have to tune away from VitorAL. VitorAL has been doing so much better after like level 8 or 9, whichever the cat was.
Yeah, like if you took those couple of levels and extrapolated from there, the levels are gonna get harder. So this is gonna be a 2-hour run or whatever, and instead it's like a third of that. Like the pace at which VitorAL has really stepped up and started to understand what is going on with this game is pretty awesome.
But I think in this puzzle you just want to move one out of the way first. Do you have enough moves to do that? Oh my god, look at this shape. Wait, do they start overlapped? No, VitorAL has already
No.
made a move.
I love this era we're living in where we just cram the shapes in. Just take the ones that are outside and move them inside.
Why don't we take the shapes and move them somewhere else? No, but I would just move one of them out of the way. It seems like a good start, I don't know.
How far out of the way can they even go, though, right? Remember, they can't leave the board at all.
The teal one can go top right. It will be out of the shape at least. Like out of the targets. Wait, why did we grab that one? Let's see, this almost works. We could have,
Yeah.
like, one more move and we could have separated the top of that, whatever was left of the teal one. This is a nice shape. This looks elegant. That's why I like it.
Yeah. If you could recreate that whole shape slightly, you know, to the down right or up left or something, then you got something.
Maybe what I'm thinking doesn't work. Moving it out of the way first. Like, you really run out of moves fast.
Yeah.
move like the teal shape to the right first. I think two moves really. We could one of them out of the way first.
Mm-hmm.
I think the place where the shapes start is bad. Be close. So I would move one of them in a way so that when I do this, it is like in the shape, you know, like so one to the
Yeah.
top right, for example. So I would start by moving teal one to top right, and then move red in the same way as we're doing right now. No, top right, not top left. You're not listening.
Oh, I see. It doesn't line up fully inside. Like the bottom, it's two squares mashed together, right? So you're saying you don't put the square entirely inside the square. It's like half off.
I still want to combine them in exactly this way, but when they are combined, I want them to be at least aligned with one of the corners. So like top left or top bottom right.
Yeah, but I'm saying like what part of what corner? I'm saying the teal goes one up and one right exactly. at the start. Is that
Yeah.
right?
And
Okay.
and then we combine them in the way we've been doing, and in that way,
And then you take the peels off the right side.
like the most important thing
and
is
move
that the red shape will fill out the bottom right square perfectly. Right, I think unfortunately it's time.
All right, VitorAL got pretty close. I just want to call it that improvement again from earlier on. VitorAL did not understand the sort of fundamentals of the game, and that decided everything. But then once he did, really made a go of it here on Zengrams, which is funny because a lot of people lose the fire, you know, after their opponent .duns or whatever.
Mhm.
But even in that state, VitorAL was able to do some awesome stuff here. So well done is going out of Mystery Tournament 0017. Got that win rate up from 33 up to, well, now it's out of 9, right? So 5 out of 9. It's over 50%.
Well, that's
That's the most
55%.
amount of math you're going to get out of me.
55.5 repeating of
Of course.
what they say in the Leroy Jenkins video.
Yeah, it is.
Ah, that's a forfeit.
Oh, there it is. Has finally had enough. Maybe he wants to join the Weekly Blind, which is going to be coming up here on the Mystery Funhouse immediately, more or less. First, I got to tell you about the upcoming matches,
Yeah.
which don't exist. There's we got the Weekly Blind and we got Top 8. It's on the schedule.
The mystery show.
Oh yeah, that's there. That's next week. Same time. It's exactly right now, but next week they're gonna alternate the Weekly Blind and the mystery show, where you have no idea what Blasphemous Roar and his crew have cooked up for our players to play. It's a cool thing. Come back next week and check it out. Come back in 2 weeks. Well, no, actually, no. Don't come here. You need to go to the twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick. That's where we'll be having our big Top 8 finale. That is March 11th. It's going to start at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to go for kind of a lot of hours over there. And then come back the next day after that for the top 3 to battle it out. And we find out who wins this whole thing.
I'm not actually sure if it starts at 1 p.m. I put it there because someone else said it, but I didn't ask.
It's either 1 or 2. We'll adjust it if we need to.
Oh,
Yeah, Andy vs. Adam is playing on the weekend. I knew that, and this is the weekend now, so maybe that will happen soon.
in the week. Because I've been informed that TPC is going to be restricted.
Yeah, TBC's been picking up.
Yeah, I
the
restream all the
blinds.
weekly blinds.
All right.
There they are. Are you ready to do the handoff? I guess not.
Well, there's a sending party and a receiving party here.
Yeah.
The sending party has to start first.
That's But we're asking if you're ready, so
Yeah,
that
I'm
when
trying to engineer
Well,
the
I'm ready.
situation.
Okay,
I've been ready.
yeah, that's why we're asking.
Okay, you don't need to get so.
I've been ready.
All right, then.
We're all friends here. I don't know why we got so combative all of a sudden. Yeah, the weekly blind is cool. Everyone, please stick around for it. Congrats once again to Jakazam, Mystery Funhouse, or Mystery Tournament 0017. We'll resume maybe later today with this amazing Adam versus Andy match. But for now, we're going to switch it over to the weekly blind. We'll see you soon.